After they were filmed forcefully removing migrants from a makeshift camp in Paris's famous Place de la République. The authorities have ordered an investigation into the dispersal. Aid groups are trying to find temporary accommodation for hundreds of migrants. Several days ago, police cleared out a bigger camp near the National Sports Stadium. Natasha Butler is live in the French capital, Paris. And Natasha, I understand there's quite a big demonstration going on.
Yeah, quite a big demonstration, hundreds of people on the Place de la République here in central Paris. This was the scene on Monday night of the evacuation of this migrant camp. What had happened was hundreds of migrants had pitched their tents on this square in the centre of the city. It was a protest supported by charity workers and rights activists to try and draw attention to the plight of the migrants, many of whom have found themselves sleeping on the streets ever since the camp that they were in before was cleared last week. And what happened was police then came in shortly after they pitched their tents to clear and evacuate the whole area. But what many people say is that the police were heavy-handed, that they used excessive force. And a lot of video footage that circulated today and last night showed images of police using batons against some of the migrants, tipping people's personal effects out of tents. One image even showing a police officer seemingly tripping over a migrant. Now, the images were called shocking by France's Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin, who then said that he was ordering a police inquiry into what had happened.
Natasha, all this coming on at the same time as the Parliament was debating the police bill. Talk us through why that's so controversial and whether there's any chance that it won't go through at all.
Well, in fact, what's so interesting is the way that many people in France learned about the evacuation of the camp in central Paris last night and saw that it was that they saw many of these images, this video footage or pictures of the police clearing this camp. Those videos that circulated today, in fact, in the future, may be the sort of thing that the government wants to crack down on. Now, what has happened is the government has actually passed, the MPs have actually passed today in the National Assembly, a new security law in which there's a very controversial clause. That clause basically cracks down on the dissemination, the broadcast or sharing online of any images of police officers on duty. Now, what the government is saying, the law is aimed at trying to protect the identity of police officers who do a very difficult job, often in situations like demonstrations. But what rights activists and many journalists are saying is this is simply an erosion of press freedoms, because what it will mean is that police will be less accountable if images and videos of them on duty cannot be shared, and that is why so many people have come out to protest. Now, one of the main supporters of the law is in fact the French Interior Minister, who himself said that those images of the evacuation of the camp by police were rather shocking.
Natasha Butler, thank you very much.